Sweating so much. It's like crazy.
Drips down your knee.
How do you deal with the sweaty situation?
You just accept it.
Hello lovelies! I am currently in Cambodia and I'm sitting next to my Kentucky tour manager, Cassie.
Hi!
You've been a Kentucky tour manager for how long?
This is my 3rd year coming June.
And you've travelled for how long?
I've been travelling since I was 19.
So basically she is the perfect companion for this video where we will be giving you some travel wisdom to help you get out of your comfort zone, go travelling, and how to avoid those terrible travel disasters. I tweeted to ask if you wanted to know any travel tips and you guys replied, so we're going to go through them and we hope that we can inspire the travel bug in you.
Yes.
Because it's certainly bit you and it's definitely bit me now. I do not want to go home. Tomorrow is going to be really, really horrible for me. First question, any tips for overcoming jet lag quickly?
Yes, my dad told me this one, so you need to stay awake. No matter how little sleep you've had, doesn't matter. If you arrive early morning, stay awake as long as you can and don't go to bed until night time. That always helps me out. And usually anywhere you go to, the culture is so different that when you do go out, you're just so excited by everything. And you'll wake yourself back up.
Yeah. What are the best countries to visit?
Thailand is amazing. I love Thailand. South of France, I love England because of the friendships. I mean, if you go there and you go exploring, you can make some really good friends really quickly. Budapest I haven't been to yet, but anyone that's ever gone into Eastern Europe has always told me Budapest is the place to go. So that's definitely on my bucket list.
So is it scary to travel alone? I know you've done a bit of that.
Yes.
And if so, is it easy to make friends?
I think so. I started when I was 19, so I was still a little bit naive, which kind of went in my favor. I wasn't silly with things, but I was able to go to a hostel, and you just need to come out of your comfort zone and just go and meet somebody. The thing is that every single person in that situation is in the same boat. But it does get into dangerous situations, like crazy things can happen. Once I hit around about 22, 23, some weird situations did happen where I started to realize, you know what, some places aren't the best to go on your own. Traveling with people is fun too, but you really need to make sure that you can get along with them for a long period of time. Because you've not just a normal friendship, you've got heat and exhaustion and you want to see this, and they might be a person that sleeps in and you might be a person that wants to wake up early and explore. You really need to see that before it is. And even be quite independent when you're traveling with your friend. You don't have to be on each other's back the whole time. And I think that makes it a lot easier when you're traveling.
How do you deal with homesickness?
Homesickness, I find, hits you mostly around about the 3-month stage. 3 months in, you're kind of over the excitement and you're seeing all these things and you're getting really tired and your money might be running low and you're just like, I just want to be in my own bed.
I want tea!
I want tea!
I want my mom!
Yeah, exactly. Things to connect you back home makes it a lot easier for me, and my family is really supportive of my traveling, so they send me photos and videos of my nieces and nephews, and that makes life so much easier. For Christmases and New Year's, if you're ever away, get off social media. Everyone's in the same vibe, but I mean, everyone wants a Christmas tree. And also sometimes you just need to find something for yourself. Mine is Starbucks. I go to Starbucks, it smells like coffee, it's music, it's something like it's home. So that's my one thing to make me feel like I'm back in my type of world.
Okay, so what happens if you go out to a party and you kiss a boy or a girl and you fall in love with that person and then you know you're never going to see them again?
Yeah.
What do you do? How do you cope?
Go with it. Yeah. I think that so many people think of what's going to happen next and when are they going to see each other, and and then all of a sudden this little 2-3 day romance has just turned into a big disaster and you're never going to see him again, and oh my god, our kids are going to be amazing. You need to just calm it down and be like, you know what, this is a holiday romance, it's going to be amazing, it's going to be fun, and I'm going to enjoy it. And I've had quite a few handfuls of either clients or friends that really, they have gone home. I've got messages just yesterday saying that they met someone on Phi Phi Island for 3 days and they're still together. That's amazing.
It does happen.
It does happen. You don't know that that's going to be the last time you're going to see someone.
Have you ever had like those 3-day romances?
My ex-boyfriend, I met in the queue at a hostel in France, flew all the way over to Australia and surprised me, and then we ended up traveling for a year together. So really, you can meet someone in a queue. And it was amazing. I mean, obviously we're not together anymore, but it was still such a cool experience.
And you learned from it all.
And you learn from it, and I got to do some really cool things. So you never know. Or if it was just the 3 days, that would have been fun too.
Somebody who has a massive wardrobe at home and is hugely into fashion and wants to look good all the time, what would you suggest with regards to packing?
For girls, onesies. Even if they suit you or not, it doesn't matter. Onesies galore. They're really in right now and it's a lot less material and you can just chuck it on, you don't even have to think about it. Plain coloured things. So things that will always match everything. Singlets, handy. T-shirts are handy. one pair of jeans, that's all you need. One pair of like flip-flops or shoes, just one pair of like nice going out shoes, or if you're a guy, like just a nice outfit to wear out. Because a lot of the time in the hostels you will meet a lot of people, or backpackers or whatever you do, that do want to go out, and it's really hard, and sometimes you just want to clean your hair and put on makeup and let it stay on. So it's nice to have something for that, or at least, you know, 2 pieces of jewelry. I saw you do that with the straw things. That's a cool idea too. Some little knick-knacky things that at least make you feel a little bit more at home.
Okay, travel sickness. This happens often.
Thailand sickness, or do you mean like everything else?
Let's just go with like the main, like everything. Just
everything. A lot of people freak out, especially say if you're traveling in Asia. If anything with your stomach happens, you tend to freak out and you pop a bunch of Imodium and you're like, yes, that's fixed it. But then all of a sudden you look 3 months pregnant and you've got the opposite problem, and that's a bit hard to prune it up. So the best thing to do when you are in Asia, you will actually know everyone's bowel movements by the end of your trip. It's amazing. But I think you just need to know your body. You need to let whoever is driving you around, whether it's public transport or whichever, let them know if you are having gastro. I like to call it Jenny. Sorry if your name's Jenny. But you just need to keep drinking electrolytes. Also, if you have Jenny, stop eating spicy food. Stop eating.
Whenever you say
Don't be embarrassed, because everyone's in that situation.
We're all humans, like.
Yeah, it just happens. The best case I've ever had was at Angkor Wat Temple. There's no portaloos and there's no big trees that aren't holy to go behind. So I literally had my group, hot flushes, and I was like, oh my god, this is happening. So I ran and then walked and then ran and then walked. I was like, oh my god. If you make it. If you don't make it, I'm sorry, but it's a good story in a few years' time.
Travel sickness, motion sickness.
A lot of people get the wristbands, they're really helpful. Otherwise you can take motion sickness tablets. They do make you quite drowsy, so if you are having a big travel day, depending on how strong you get the motion sickness, I do recommend that you have those as well. Or you can get ginger ones that are a little bit softer.
Okay, so when you go on holiday, you usually feel like, whoa, this is so much fun, I'm just gonna go out partying and I'm gonna drink and like YOLO and stuff. How do you deal with the hangovers the next day?
Oh, okay. You need you need Gatorade or some form of electrolytes put next to your bed. Barocca, amazing. Have them set up before you go out. And things like buckets. The reason why they're $5 for 8 to 9 shots in a bucket is because it's cheap. Plus, remember that they're so much stronger. So if you're downing so many drinks, at least know your limits. You know, you're in another place, you want to go crazy and have fun, but you also need to get home safe, so you have to have your wits about you.
Try your best to stick to one drink if you are going to drink.
Yes.
You will feel a huge difference in the morning. And on that note, you had a great hack with regards to drink spiking, and that's using a shower cap from the hotel. You'll get one in the bathroom and plunking it over and stabbing your shower cap.
Yeah, it's very gruesome, but it's fun. So I've had drink spiking happen to me once before, and I'd much rather put a little shower cap over my bucket. My drink was only a small one, and they still got it in there, so I just think better to be safe than sorry.
I think we should end off by just chatting about why we travel.
I travel because I love seeing new places. I love experiencing different cultures, and the more I'm away from home, actually makes me love home a little bit more, but I also love the places that I'm seeing and the people that you meet. The main reason why you go out of this country is to meet people from all around the world. So don't surround yourselves by other Australians. For myself, when I'm going over to Europe, even though I tend to do that, it's still cool to just have those different experiences. And I think when you're traveling, you tend to find yourself, push yourself out of your comfort zone, and that's really, really good to do, which we don't really do so much when we're at home. Mine's all my stories, everything like that. When I got home, it's usually that one person that I've met that I'm like, you know what, if I wasn't on this plane right now sitting next to this person, would have never met them, and that for me makes it worth it. So yeah. What about yourself?
Well, all those things, definitely. But I also like just breaking out of my daily routine and going somewhere new, just to gain some perspective on how I'm living my life and how others live their life and how I can improve from the things that I've learned on travel. Thank you so much, Cassie, for being in my video, and of course for being the trip manager. You've been amazing, you've dealt with us so well, and you've also been a great friend. I've really got to know you and I really enjoy hanging out with you and chatting.
Yeah.
First real Australian friend! Thank you so much for watching. I'll be seeing you soon, and I'm sure you'll be seeing more of Cassie if you follow her on Instagram. She's got some cool photos and she shares some tips about travel, and hopefully she'll have a YouTube channel soon, and if she does, I'll let you know. I'm trying to get it to come to the YouTube side. Cool, see you soon.
Bye!